Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you perfectly.
Good.
Oh, it's so good to see you. We miss you.
I've never used my computer before.
You've never used this on. Can you say that again?
I had to change all my settings, which is good because I dialed in a little early. I usually dial in from my phone.
Yeah.
I'm remote, but I'm back home because it's raining outside and I can't play.
I know. So what do you do when you can't play outside, right?
I go inside and dig holes and do projects as I'm losing my mind. So see, I'm dressed like a construction worker. Look how wet my pants are today. Oh, I can't see it. I'm wet all the way halfway up my leg.
Oh my.
What have you guys been doing?
So Trish, you are the second guest on our webisodes dojo practice.
Videocast. That's what the cool kids. That's what the cool kids are calling it.
Nice.
And what we want to do is we would like to ask you a couple of questions so you can share with us and with other parents who might watch this later on some of the tricks or strategies that you have to keep to deal with the situation that the kids are at home unexpectedly all the time with us. And the reason why we invited you is, as I shared with you in the email, is that I really admire and look up to the way you have established this very incredible relationship with your kids, where you really bring to life the let go to let grow, and the sense of autonomy and respect that you have for your kids' capabilities is something that I think people would like to know a little bit more about.
All right.
Yeah, so maybe we can start by saying, if you could just share how many kids you have, their ages, and their names, if you feel comfortable sharing.
Sure. I have two daughters. Ashlyn's 16, just turned 16, and she's very anxious because she has her driver's license and nowhere to go.
But that's a whole different set of challenges right there.
Challenge. She's being a good spirit about it, but doesn't like being told no, you can't go see your friends, and no, you can't, movies aren't open, et cetera, et cetera. Like every good 16-year-old with a new license wants to experience, but being great. So Ashlyn's 16, and then Brooklyn's 13, and she's a high energy child. She is growing right now, so she's either going 100 miles an hour or she is out, like sleeping till 2:00 in the afternoon, because that's just what her body's needing right now. So I wish I could say I was doing something super special with my kids, but outside the ordinary, I'm not. I'm just spending a lot of time with them at home, making dinner, getting them out of the house, going on walks. I mean, it's interesting how we reassess the value of our relationships when we can't be in each other's presence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you say that that's not special, but I think it's really special to spend time kind of like getting to know them deeper, and I would even say again, because I feel like also with our kids, because we're always making plans, we're always together making plans, and it's always like the plan, and the kids are there, but are they really there? Like are we really looking into what's going through their minds and their hearts? So yeah, I find that really special, more than sometimes it doesn't have to be a specific plan. I mean, it's just learning to be with them, which is happening to me.
I've noticed also when you say that of learning to be together, in the day-to-day, like I said, there's nothing significant that's changed, but a little bit is perspective. And when we make a meal, I've noticed my daughter's jumping up and immediately doing the dishes. So there's been a sense of teamwork that has been, hey, we're in this together. We're going to be a team. And they just, I don't know, they just seem, without me doing anything, they just seem like they're more willing to be part of this. an interest.
What do you think invites them to do that?
I don't know. Do you want me to ask them? What invites
Sure.
them to do that? Come here, Brooklyn. Come here. Yeah, I would love to know that. Question is, what's... Come here, baby.
Maybe go back to the wider version. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, Brooklyn. We miss you so much.
So the question... Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, Hazel asked me what was maybe different, and I was telling them that nothing significantly has changed, but what we do seems to have a different perspective. For example, we have our family dinners very often, but you and your sister have jumped up and started, cooking with me more and doing dishes more, and it just seems like something's changed over the last week or so. When you guys both jumped up and started doing the dishes, you didn't fight or argue about who did what. Like, I don't know what's changed. So they asked me, well, what caused that change? And I don't know the answer. Do you know the answer?
No, not really. Maybe because we're all kind of stuck here together. So if we want to get things done, we have to work together. And instead of arguing about it, it's just better to work together and get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I love it.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I can say.
And I love how you're modeling, Trish, what we admire the most in you, which is this, the autonomy and the belief that they're very capable of even answering the question. Like, you don't even want to answer for them because they're there. So I wonder what is that magic thing that happens? What is that mindset that happens inside of you, that because you really do trust them and you trust their ability? How do you achieve that? How does a parent achieve that? If there's someone watching, how could they learn that? Or
I think the
trick.
biggest reason why I am insistent on trusting my children to do what they've been asked and what I've asked and those various things is I have a very, very strong conviction that failing now has very small consequences. And if they learn to succeed and fail now, and the consequences are actual positive and negative, it's one of the most priceless things they could ever learn in their entire life. So I would never say I want my children to fail, but I want my children to try and learn that process of that succeeding and failing. And I just think that's so valuable.
Oh, yeah. So inspired.
we see it in action every time we are with you. And as I said at the beginning, it's really inspiring. And I think many parents who might be watching could appreciate knowing that that's what drives your family and your principles as a parent.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely, absolutely, the other half, if not a greater portion of this equation.
And we forget sometimes, how important they are in the whole equation.
Yeah, without them, yeah, we don't have the gift of being parents. The joy, period. Simple.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As we promised, this is a short video. We want people to watch it and enjoy the, how brief it might be, so we can continue and go back to Twitter, CNN, and all those wonderful things we are doing.
I'm not doing that. You are.
I love how creative you guys are and how much you've embraced everything from, the social media and the different tools. And I just think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you, Brooklyn. Good to see you, Trish.
See you.
Bye, both of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.